Look, late night kept me creeping with your demo lit. Service swerving on the highway and I'm doing about it. I can see no haters talking, but they do not fit. I done got it out the mud, that's that shit that make. That's that shit that make. That's that shit that make.
Hey, come on. Tell me y'all hear the music this time.
That's that shit that make. That's that shit that make. I done got it out the mud, that's that shit that make. Late night kept me creeping with your demo lit. Service swerving on the highway and I'm doing about it. I can see no haters talking, but they do not fit. I done got it out the mud, that's that shit that make. That's that shit that make. That's that shit that make. I done got it out the mud, that's that shit that make. That's that shit that make. That's that shit that make. I done got it out the mud, that's that shit that make.
What's going on, everyone? Tonight, I'm drinking Mezcal with some poblano liqueur, some crushed pineapple, a dash of simple syrup, some lime juice, and then I topped it off with some tahini. Gotta have that tahini on it. What's going on, Ish? We're gonna get started here in a little bit. Let's just vibe for a second real quick though.
Someone else will. Wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, girl, wanna love you, wanna love you,
Creole says fancy with a drink. Honestly, y'all, I just be throwing stuff in a cup sometimes, and sometimes it really does come out good. This is hitting. It's good. It's a little strong, but I kind of need it today. And Creole also says, need this mix. You're gonna have to pay me some ADA for this mix. You feel me? All right, we're about to get started. Because actually the first thing that I want to do is shout out all of our new subscribers. We have a lot of new subscribers. Thank you all so much. I'm going to try. I honestly can't remember where I left off on last Friday's live with the shout outs, but I'm going to make sure I cover as much as I can. Because, you know, the support, the love that everybody has been showing has been so great. It really does feel good. Like, thank you all for subscribing. So let's just go down the list real quick. So a big thank you to our new subscribers, and as I always say, and I'm going to keep saying it every single time, so y'all just better get used to it, go ahead and hop in this Discord. Okay, stop playing games. Go ahead and hop on into the Untwisting the Game Discord. There's a link in our solo.2 link that is in the description right now. You can literally join our Discord right now with the link in the description. Click on the Discord icon and you're officially a part of the UTG family. All right, so okay, let's go back to these subscribers real quick. Okay, Crypto Fit, hashtag Crypto Fit, Bad Boy Sweet, One High 420, Surya, Arifian, and again, y'all know I'm gonna be pronouncing names wrong. I apologize. I'm attempting to pronounce names correctly, but I know that I'm probably butchering some of this, so forgive me. Thomas LK, Vic of House Alexander, 30 Below, William, Brian Braj, Aris, Mangabat, Zach Dimas, Stella Enokam, Jojo, Fusion Boy 69, Money Match Gaming, Juan Antonio Arizaga Silva, Brad Orrich, Beant 66, Stavage, Alex Dimitrov, Shanang, Crypto Med, Anahata Graceland, Prince Ali, Carlos Sansoloni, Natasha Tan, Evo Corrales, Akeem Allen, Anthony Agbonoga, Matt Rains, Bernadette King, Patty Timmermans, Ryan Francisco, Rob Kizo, Youth Promo, Justin Vinegar, M511, Here's Guybrush, Passive Income, the Quilleran, and actually I think this person left some comments on our Cardano City video as well, so thank you for subscribing. I think I'm pretty sure I remember you commenting on that Cardano City video. Assist Ram Ro, Ja B Levy, Hassan R, Pablo Santos. Okay, and I think we're starting to get into names that I've mentioned before. Okay, so thank you for subscribing. Okay, we got some more people watching right now. Thanks for hopping in. Y'all stay around. We're going to talk Cardano tonight. We're going to talk how to keep up with the ecosystem because it's about to get really crazy, y'all. Y'all better buckle up. Y'all better get ready. It's about to get crazy. What else are we going to cover? We're also going to cover how y'all's security is probably whack. And I'm going to expand on that later in the episode. Okay, so stick around for that. Let's hit the chat real quick. Akeem Allen says hello from Hartford, CT, which is Connecticut, I believe, right? I'm a new subscriber. Thank you, Akeem, so much for Let me go back. Thank you so much for subscribing. We really appreciate it. If you're not in the Discord, hop in the Discord. We'd love to have you. But thank you for supporting the channel. Michael Swain, happy to be with you guys tonight. You think Coty is going to catch fire soon? You know, I don't know a whole lot about Coty. I've heard about it. I wouldn't be able to comment on that. All right, let's get started, y'all. Let's get started when the new track starts. Okay, so hey, let me tell y'all, y'all don't know about these jams. Y'all don't know about these old school jams, okay? And old school, by old school, I mean like, what, 6 years ago? Old school, 6, 7 years ago, old school. Okay, so the market is looking a little red today. I'm chilling. I don't know about y'all, but I'm chilling and buying right now. Great buying opportunity. Fantastic buying opportunity for Bitcoin right now. Really across the board. I was hoping Cardano would actually go lower so I could get a hefty bag, but I have been dollar cost averaging into the dip. I want to let y'all know. I know a lot of OGs talk about it being painful to buy a $2.42 ADA, but OGs are buying. Okay, we're thinking long term with ADA, and we see that, you know, $1 trillion market cap with ADA as well. So 242 is still a steal in my opinion. Like I said, we're just dollar cost averaging, buying weekly. I'm buying ADA weekly. I'm buying DOT weekly. People are sleeping on DOT. Why are people sleeping on DOT? Can we talk about that real quick? Steel. Let me tell y'all, interoperability. People are sleeping on it. Okay, Polkadot and Kusama, people are sleeping on Polkadot. I just posted a video earlier this week talking about how the COO of Facebook's DM is now working with Web3 Foundation as COO. Okay, so Web3 Foundation being led by Gavin Wood, who is the founder of Polkadot, right, and Kusama. So y'all, stuff is happening. We've talked about Polkadot many a times on this channel and Kusama many a times on this channel. Do not sleep. I'm telling y'all, I feel like people are comatose on Polkadot. But anyway, I'm still buying BTC. I'm never going to stop buying BTC. I buy it every single week. Clockwork. What else? Looks like Solana came back down to 185. No comment on Solana right now. We took a poll in the Discord seeing if see, we got someone right here. Thank you for joining the Discord, officially part of the UTG family. So we took a poll earlier this week if you know, members of the Discord wanted a Solana channel. We did add it. You know, like I've said many times before, it's really easy to get caught up and lost in all of these blockchains and projects. But so for this Solana channel, for all the Discord members, if somebody, you know, wants to lead the charge on Solana, we'd love to have y'all lead the charge. And I'll say this, as you know, Creole and I continue to build the channel, grow the Discord. When we first hit our 1,000 subscribers, contributors to the Discord will be rewarded. Okay. So, you know, I just want to call that out. We see people who are contributing articles, viewpoints, being, you know, being engaged with the Discord. We're seeing that, and we're planning special things for the future. So again, if anyone in the Discord wants to take charge on the Solana channel here, go for it. Your engagement and your contribution will be rewarded for sure. And Yeah, but as y'all know, on Untwisting the Game Crypto, Creole and I, we prefer to stay focused on Bitcoin, Polkadot, and Cardano. And every now and then I give some commentary on NFTs. Okay, so go ahead and hop in this Discord. So money printer is still going BRRR. Okay. And Creole, I had to pull this and show this myself because I mean, you just can't make it up, right? You just cannot make this stuff up. Creole posted this earlier in the Discord. I don't think y'all can hear this audio. I'm going to try to play it and see what happens. Maybe y'all can hear it through the mic. Yeah, actually, I don't think y'all can hear that. But long story short, House Democrats argue, quote, okay, word for word, we can't go bankrupt because we have the power to create as much money as we need to spend. Moving on. I'm sure Creole will that might be your clown of the week, Creole. So I just helped you out for your Sunday live. Okay, before we get into the Cardano stuff, let's hit this chat real quick. Akeem says, OG here, been buying since 2017, and I'm buying at these levels too. Facts. Facts. Same with Creole and I. We've been buying since 2017. And we are still buying. Dollar cost average never fails. I have never, ever, ever regretted dollar cost averaging on a weekly, bi-weekly basis. I've regretted aping into projects, but I've never regretted DCA. It's your best friend in this space. Creole, Ergo will be a beast. Creole, we're going to need you to do some content over Ergo. I saw Big Boy was getting hype about it the other day, but we're going to need that analysis from you, Creole. Michael Swain, Ergo silently lighting up the green into Sunday. Yeah, I mean, the whole Cardano ecosystem is about to be on fire, y'all. You know, I hear that there's speculation that people are gonna dump their ADA come Sunday and all this stuff. Like, go somewhere. Go somewhere. It's about to get pretty chaotic with this ecosystem, and that's what we're about to talk about, right? So IOHK confirmed this week, so there's no turning back at this point, right? Launch confirmed today around 1726 UTC. We successfully submitted an update proposal to the Cardano mainnet to trigger a hard fork combinator event on Sunday, right? What else did they say here? Now, yeah, and they kind of go into some other stuff here, but long story short, it's official. It's official. There's no turning back. Smart contracts will be launching this Sunday. It's been a long time coming. It's here. And quite frankly, I'm just happy to stop hearing Ethereum maxis ask, where are the smart contracts? What will you say next? We're going to talk about it more on Sunday. Creole and I were planning a live on Sunday in celebration of this fantastic moment in Cardano history. So be on the lookout for that on Sunday. So let's get into how we can kind of keep up with everything that's going on, because like Cardano haters have said, it's a ghost chain. No one's doing anything with it. Again, go somewhere with that. Right. So let's talk about CardanoCube. I came across this the other day. This is a fantastic resource to see some of these projects that will be launching on Cardano. Again, they have it by industry on here. They have updates where they're adding projects on here regularly. So for example, if we click on Liquid, and speaking of Liquid, I released a Liquid video earlier today about the Liquid launch timeline. I talked about the timeline and also about their Fair token launch. So go watch that video. Okay. But if you click on here, you know, they have a little bit of the tokenomics on here, total supply, and also just everything you need to know about the project, as concise as it can be, on the project's webpage. Okay. So definitely check this out. Right. Look at all this. Again, you can sort and filter as you like. Let's look at these NFTs. Look at that. Right. And again, I'll have all this linked below, but CardanoCube, I have a feeling, is something that we'll all be referring to on a consistent basis. Okay. So there's that one. The next one is, so I want to give credit here to Pool Germany. They posted about this, and I think this has actually been out for a while. Yeah, June 29th. They have this interactive web page here that links you directly to the project. So again, if we click on Liquid, it links you directly to the web page. So I think this was a work in progress. So, you know, all of these may not be linked, but for the most part, everything that I have clicked on has linked directly to the web page. So again, fantastic resource to have these project web pages at your fingertip, one click away. Okay. Let's move forward. Another thing, of course, are these maps that people are starting to post. These maps are getting bigger and bigger. One moment, let me get a sip of my drink. That was a piece of pineapple. Okay. So again, these ecosystem maps are coming out. These are going to be all over the place. Another good, excuse me, another good Twitter to follow is the Coin98. They post a lot of maps and infographics and things of that nature as well. And if we come over here to HC Capital, they have a map here specifically of the DeFi ecosystem of Cardano. So again, these maps, we post these a lot in the Discord because they're so helpful to have a visual in front of you where you can look and see what's going on, what category they fall under, and you can do that additional research. Okay. So be on the lookout for that. And so that's all I have for you right now on resources. I'm sure there's going to be more to pop up as we continue, as the ecosystem continues to grow. I will point out, if we go back over here again, win.pm is a really neat website. Let's just go ahead and click on it. That has information on launch dates in regards to Cardano and their timeline. So this is something neat to look at. But anyway, yes, I'm going to be staying on top of that. And of course, I'm always going to post in the Discord first. And this is the quickest way to get information is by joining the Discord. Okay, so moving forward, we're going to switch here, but let's first hit the chat real quick. Okay, Akeem says, next they'll say, you have no dApps. Shaking my head. They're gonna find something to point out. Again, I'm just not surprised anymore by what Cardano haters have to say. I mean, Cardano has been delivering, continues to deliver, I mean, everything is right there in the timeline. You can see everything that is going to happen and when it's going to occur. And if you want to do the research to figure out why people are so loyal to Cardano, you can do that research. If you don't, you can live in your own reality and existence and, choose to see what you want to see. But again, more on that on Sunday. Creole says Cardano haters salty. And you know what's crazy? When that concurrency whole thing was happening this week, it was like Ethereum maxis and really just people in general were just like, they were throwing parties, that this alleged situation was occurring, but used to it at this point. But again, we're looking forward to seeing what Cardano haters have to say next, because they're going to come up with something. Creole music. There's some music. Ish says we'll be getting VR headsets soon. Any recommendations? Okay, let's talk about it real quick. I have the Oculus Quest 2. I've had it for about 2 weeks now. Yeah, about 2 weeks. Absolutely love it. People are sleeping heavy, comatose, knocked out, cold on the VR technology. It's incredible. And it's crazy to think about where this technology is going to be in another 5 years, because right now it's pretty freaking sick. Okay, so when you put that VR headset on, just think about how that's going to evolve, and that tech is going to evolve within the next 5 to 10 years, right? Yeah, y'all, please do not sleep on virtual reality in the metaverse. It is here. It is about to consume everything. Okay, so yeah, get a VR headset for sure. And so Ish, when you get your VR headset, one thing that I would suggest doing is definitely jumping into VR chat. Again, I'm still making my way around all that different apps within Oculus and things of that nature, but for sure, I mean, of course, there's going to be your typical games and other entertainment. Again, I was watching Creole's live on YouTube in Oculus. It was like I was watching it on IMAX, right? So there's all different kinds of stuff that you can do. You can do art and crazy stuff, right? But for sure, check out VR chat, because I think VR chat is what really made me see why VR and these virtual worlds and the metaverse is going to consume everything. And all I can say is you just have to experience it. Next, Kuin, salute. What's up, Kuin? Ish, definitely will. I'll bug you guys on it. Yes, for sure. Let us know in the Discord in the Metaverse VR channel here if you have any questions. I'll also, if you join VR chat, I'll friend you on VR chat. Again, I'm getting familiar with all the different worlds and stuff. For example, last night I went into a karaoke room and it was lit, y'all. Like I just don't know how to explain it because I know it sounds corny. Like I know it sounds corny, but it was like I went into this karaoke room and like people were just like singing and it was, I don't know, it was just a vibe, right? But again, you just have to experience it to know. So, okay, let's move forward. But first, thanks for hitting that like button, y'all. Thanks for hitting that thumbs up. Let's move forward. Okay, so actually Creole posted about this in the Discord today. So this is interesting. If you go to adahandle.com here, what's your Cardano handle? Okay, introducing custom wallet addresses for the Cardano blockchain, secured on chain. Okay, so again, this hasn't launched yet. You can go ahead and join the wait list. You can also reserve your handle by linking your Twitter account as well. But let's kind of quickly read through this. Okay, Cardano addresses made simple. Sending and receiving cryptocurrency is a pretty lame experience. You get the most security by sending directly to a cryptographic hash, but you give up readability, predictability, and memorization. @handle ensures that your custom address will always resolve to your current wallet address every time. Secured by the blockchain. It wouldn't be very interesting to own a custom wallet address, but be forced into relying on a central entity to resolve it. Thankfully, @handle doesn't own the data associated with your address. You do, and it's secured on the Cardano blockchain. You can think of it like a domain service, but where you own the address perpetually, and the chain, instead of a DNS, takes care of the routing details. So let's go ahead and read this part real quick. Non-custodial address resolver. @handle works completely as an address routing service that lives on the Cardano blockchain. We never request, see, or interface with your private wallet keys. That's important. Instead, we utilize revolutionary new technology to ensure that we simply return a valid Cardano crypto address whenever a @handle is submitted, either to our web app or our upcoming API. Creating a better crypto experience. @handle abstracts the annoyance of complex wallet addresses and replaces it with a simple and intuitive solution. We have big plans, including a slick DApp interface for sending and receiving native Cardano tokens deployed on launch day, as well as a full-featured public API for websites, wallets, and exchanges to utilize. Okay, so what is this sounding like? This is definitely sounding like unstoppable domains, but Cardano, right? Would you say the same? So interesting. Definitely going to be keeping an eye on this. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I don't know if I would actually use this. Again, I think it's great. And the reason why I say I don't know if I would use it is because I don't use my unstoppable domains, right? And maybe we're just not at a point where, who knows, maybe 2-3 years from now, that's all I'll be using for transactions and peer-to-peer transactions, right? But I know for right now that I don't utilize my unstoppable domains. So It's interesting. Again, maybe a little bit ahead of its time, which is good. But again, like I'm saying, maybe in like another, 2 to 3 years, this is something that we'll use heavily. Any thoughts on that? Let me know in the chat what y'all think about this. Okay, going to the chat real quick. Kuhn says, I'll be buying a Quest 2 myself real soon. Absolutely. Get a Quest 2 for sure. That's definitely a purchase that I support. Ish. Kuhn, I was thinking the same. Yeah, for sure. Go for it. Every penny. Worth every penny, in my opinion. Okay, so the next thing we're going to touch on is security. And I meant to take notes, so hopefully I can remember everything on this. So we got some people watching right now. Thank y'all for watching. Hit that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Join the Discord. But real quick, let's hit these jams. And just so y'all know, I am planning to do a follow-up video on Cardano City. It's in the works. I've just been kind of letting the dust settle a little bit, just seeing how things kind of resolve over the past week, but it's coming. So for those of you all who are wondering what my additional thoughts are on the drop that happened this past Sunday and all the information that was revealed, stay tuned. Another video is coming. All right, so we're going to wrap it up here in a little bit. But first, I just wanted to talk a little bit about security with y'all and keeping your crypto safe. Okay, so this is, I think, definitely a journey that each crypto investor has to embark on, is kind of this attention to detail, building these walls and layers of security to secure your crypto, secure your wealth, secure your fortune, right? Because let's be real. I imagine a lot of y'all's security right now is whack. It's just whack attack, right? And we have to really take it more seriously. Some of us, I know, have already seen the most money we've ever seen in our entire lives. A lot of us will see within the next few months, the next 5 years, we'll see the most money we've ever seen in our entire lives. So what are you doing to protect that? Right? So I'm just going to talk about a few things. Now, Creole has been doing, a deep dive on security. And so I'm going to go ahead and call him out that he's going to have to do an episode on this. But I also want to shout out Also, OS Crates in the Discord. We had a fantastic conversation with him on security and privacy as well. And, you know, a lot of people are sleeping on security and privacy. So, long story short, that was the intro. Now let me actually say what I'm going to say. So, as I told y'all last live, I got a new laptop, right? And so with this new laptop, I've really kind of put into motion just kind of starting over, right? New, fresh laptop, you know, empty SSD, empty hard drive. Let's just start fresh. Let's start new. So one thing that I'm doing is I'm making sure that my laptop is encrypted, right? So everything that is on my laptop right now is encrypted. Another thing, and I'm going to kind of be all over the place. Like I said, I meant to take notes, but another thing that I'm doing, and this is basic, right? A lot of the stuff that I'm talking about is actually pretty basic in terms of security. VPN, I've talked about this before. It was in a video about how to buy and stake Cardano. We all need to be using a VPN, period, point blank. It's non-negotiable, right? Yes, absolutely, without a doubt, you should be using a VPN in public, but I even use a VPN on my secured private Wi-Fi network at home, right? Using a VPN, absolutely. Another thing is making sure, and I know we're sleeping on this, y'all, making sure I'm using adequate passwords, right? So none of this reusing the same password 5 and 10 times across a different website. No, that's whack. Okay? It's whack. Okay? We have to start changing our habits when we do this stuff. Another thing that I'm implementing, I'm moving away from Google. Y'all, Google is the feds. We all know this. We still use Google for some reason, but Google is the feds. I'm slowly but surely moving very important information from Google, from Gmail, let me be specific, from Gmail to Proton Mail, which is an encrypted email service, right? And again, this is basic stuff, right? Another thing, two-factor authentication. This is a no-brainer. We should all be doing this, right? But I'm taking a step further now and using, hopefully y'all can see this in the camera, but I'm starting to use Yubikeys. Okay. Again, we just stepping it up a little bit. We stepping up the security a notch. Okay. Again, this is actually pretty basic, you know, we should all be implementing this. It's honestly a shame that I'm just now starting to use these. And again, I'm not going to go into the tech or, you know, anything like that. Y'all can do y'all's research, but this, you know, is cute to be using two-factor, you know, QR codes and get the text messages and all that stuff. All that stuff is cute, but really we need to be using these Yubikeys when we can, right? What else? You know, I've just overall, again, Brave browser, right? This is again a no-brainer, protecting your privacy, making sure you're not going on any sort of websites that you don't need to be going on that are looking sketchy, right? This is just another super, super basic service to implement while you're browsing the web. What else? Again, we're talking about layers of security. And what's interesting is that if you don't feel inconvenienced by the security measures that you have in place, you're not secure enough. Like, it has to feel like a chore. It has to feel like an inconvenience for you to actually be doing the proper things that you need to be doing, right? What else was I gonna mention? Right. Again, I'm really big on spreading my coins out, right? I don't have everything in one place. I have crypto on cold storage. I have some crypto on exchanges. I have some crypto on wallets, on some desktop wallets and things of that nature. I have crypto on, and again, I'm trying not to get too detailed because that's again another security measure, is not telling all your business, right? But again, having your crypto, if it's on a desktop wallet, I mean, is it on on a laptop that you take to the cafe? Right? Is your crypto sitting on a laptop that could be stolen from you, or do you have that secured, locked away, out of sight, out of mind? You know what I'm saying? So there's just, again, all these different things that need to be taken into account. Another thing that I'm doing right now is, again, with this starting fresh mentality, is I'm basically creating all new wallets right now. So for example, Daedalus, starting fresh. Exodus, starting fresh. All new fresh keys, right? None of these passphrases are going into computer. I'm not typing this stuff in. This is all, going onto, how do I want to say that? Let's just say it's not being typed anywhere, right? And again, we could go into this all day. Andreas Antonopoulos has done some great content over, different types of malware and stuff that can track your keystrokes and stuff like that, right? All of this stuff we have to be very aware of. We have to prepare for. We have to have layers upon layers upon layers of protection. And yes, it's inconvenient, but you absolutely have to do it. Period, point, blank, end of sentence, end of paragraph, end of the book. It's a non-negotiable. So, like I said, I just kind of wanted to touch on that real quick as I'm going through this process of really being sensitive in how I'm moving right now and starting fresh with these wallets and with these keys and with these passphrases and everything like that. If it doesn't feel like a chore, then you're not doing enough. Right? Let's hit the chat real quick and then we're going to wrap it up. Okay, Akeem said, I tried to reserve my handle just now, but it didn't work. And he's talking about the Cardano Handles. Yeah, I didn't try to reserve my handle, but yeah, I'm not sure why that wouldn't be working, but maybe just check back at a later time or something like that. Kuhn says, I agree, will be used down the line, and talking in regards to the unstoppable domains and these kind of these shorter handles. I agree with that, Kuhn. I think it's a little bit ahead of its time right now, but so is .com, right? So we're website domains, right? When they first launched, right? So, yeah, I think down the line they'll be very useful. Akeem says, if they don't turn Cardano City into a metaverse, I don't know what they're doing. We'll see. We'll see. That's definitely the hope. And, one thing that I've been doing in my research in regards to metaverses and like building virtual worlds, I think they can pull this off, right? So now I would assume they have the funds to make this work, the capital to make this work. Now it's going to be up to them to actually get the right people on the team, get a roadmap together, and actually make this happen. So I don't think it's out of possibility whatsoever. It's just going to be dependent upon who's behind this project and if they're going to make it happen, right? Ish replying to Kuan, just loving this chat's vibe. Kuan, I agree. Good place to learn and chill. Music is nice too. I'm glad, y'all, because let me tell you, I've been trying to find some royalty free vibey music where we won't get flagged. It's been a journey. I'm still building the playlist, but I'm glad y'all are liking the music. Akeem says, why are you making fresh wallets? Honestly, paranoia. But, you know, again, I wish I could go back and find this, video that Andreas Antonopoulos was talking about, but he was talking about, you know, if somebody can like put a type of malware or virus or something on your computer where they can track your keystrokes, right, and essentially steal your keys, right, or your passphrase. So what I did previously is that I was holding all of my keys, all of my passphrases on a password protected and encrypted external flash drive, right? And, you know, I felt pretty good about that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, again, if you're moving in the right way. But I'm trying to kind of go old school with how I'm treating this sensitive information. And old school OGs tell you, you know, don't have it electronically anywhere. It needs to be, your keys need to be on a physical device, like you know, like a paper, putting the keys in a paper book, or, you know, they have those metal things where you can like hammer your passphrase into these metal, what are they called? I can't remember what they're called, right? So in regards to the crypto that is like, how would I say, the crypto that is my never sell bags, right? And again, I've talked about that a long time ago. I have never sell bags. And this is like, you know, put this in a vault, bury it 20 feet underground, never touching it type of crypto mindset, right? So that type of crypto bags that I have, I'm trying to go very old school with how I'm securing that crypto. And one of the, you know, old school ways of securing your keys and securing your passphrase is never typing it on a computer, right? So we're talking paper, we're talking, you know, hammering it on metal and all that kind of stuff, right? So that's why I'm starting fresh with wallets. And again, it's nothing wrong with just starting fresh. It's nothing wrong with that, right? And again, starting fresh allows you to see things from a different lens, and pay closer attention and be more sensitive to your information. And so that's what I'm choosing to do. Is it 100% necessary? Probably not, but it's good to be paranoid in this space. It's good to be exaggerated on security. And like I said before, if you don't feel like you're in the Pirates of the Caribbean when you're, you know, doing this stuff in, you know, locking away your crypto in these, locations and this, that, and the other, you're probably not doing enough, right? If you don't feel a little bit crazy when you're doing this stuff, you might not be doing enough. Next, Creole says, security is everything. We'll feel real stupid being this early to the game and getting your stack hacked. Right. Again, like, I've heard some crazy stories, y'all, especially with Creole and I being on this YouTube channel and having somewhat of a public presence. You get targeted more, right? I've heard stories from YouTubers with 100,000 plus followers, people, OGs too, people you would expect to have all their stuff on lock, and they get hacked, y'all. They get hacked. I remember a specific video. I'll try to find this actually and put a link in the description. I can't remember his name or his YouTube channel, but if I see his face, I'll know it. But his Google got hacked or something like that, and the hacker took all of his information on Google. But luckily, he was able to. Luckily, he had some layers in place to where his crypto wasn't taken or anything like that. But like, this stuff happens, y'all. Right. And especially if you have a public persona, if you're, kind of out there in public, you become a target. And, better to do more than you think you need to do than be looking stupid, regretting that you didn't take the extra steps. Ish says, I buried my computer in the backyard. Is that okay? So, what I would say to that is, one, you probably shouldn't tell anybody that, for one, right? So if y'all have questions on security, feel free to DM us in the Discord, right? But what I will say, I think that is really important, and I've heard a lot of OGs talk about this, is for your bags that you plan to never sell, kind of your, that's your vault crypto, if you will, it needs to be in a total different zip code. It needs to be in a total different state. Like I've said, I've heard some very interesting stories. And again, you never know if people are being truthful in what they say, but for a couple of people for sure who are OGs, who they've told their stories to paid members, us being paid members, right? They have a very Pirates of the Caribbean a method of how they store their emergency never sell bag vault crypto, right? It's in a different state. It might be, part of the key is in this location and that other half of the key is in a whole nother location. So you have to go to both locations to combine the key to even know how to access the crypto. Like, I'm telling you, like, you gotta, you gotta feel a little wild when you do this stuff, to actually be doing it right. Okay. Last few chats here, and then we're going to close it out. Akeem says, my biggest fear is forgetting where I put my paper with the keys on it. Yeah, I hear you on that. And, I think what I always say, and I've told this to somebody who I've kind of walked through the crypto space with, write it on, 3 pieces of paper and hide it in 3 different places, right? You have to have backups. Right? So if you have your keys on a piece of paper in your home, you need to have another set of keys, another backup set of keys somewhere else, right? Because what if your house burns down? What if something crazy happens, right? Right? You always need to have a backup somewhere in a different location. Next, Michael Swain here says Vitalik said he had to transfer all his ETH on the Lex podcast. He walked into a Target and bought a laptop, wrote down his wallet address and info, and spent. Right. I've heard some stories like that as well. Like, for example, another good practice is maybe you have a total separate laptop where the only thing you do on that laptop is manage your crypto, right? You maybe don't even connect to the internet, or you only use an Ethernet, right? That's another tactic that people use. So instead of you managing all your crypto and having, $10,000 worth of ADA on the laptop that you bring to a cafe, right? That really needs to be sitting on, a separate laptop dedicated specifically for crypto. And like, I think this was the founder of what crypto was that? Let me look it up. Augur. Yeah. I listened to a podcast with the founder of Augur years ago, and he was like, yeah, one, I have, I think he said he had, a separate phone number specifically for, two-factor authentication and the text message authentications. He had a totally separate number dedicated to crypto for that, right? So he wasn't using his phone where he calls his grandmother and his friends on. He was using a totally different number for that. He also said he used a totally different laptop dedicated specifically for crypto. And like you said, you can buy a cheap laptop for a few $100 and dedicate that solely for managing your large bags of crypto, right? What else did he say? I might try to find that for y'all too, so y'all can listen to that. Because like he was saying, and this was the first time I heard about SIM swapping, right? Your phone isn't safe, right? Again, those text messages and whatnot. If you somebody can SIM swap your whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't want to get the language wrong. What else here? Michael Swain, like 3 days without sleep. Akeem, P.O. Box storage unit. I don't know how I feel about a P.O. Box. And I kind of think of security, safe deposit boxes as well. I mean, technically, if you're using a service like a P.O. box or even a safe deposit box, that means you're low-key giving custody to someone else, right? Because if it's, right? So, I've heard YouTubers talk about how they have their keys in a safety deposit box and stuff like that. I don't get it because, you're giving it to another party, right? You're letting another party hold the hardware that is holding your keys, right? So I think we kind of have to get a little bit more creative than P.O. boxes and safety deposit boxes, because like I said, there was a crypto lounge that I did maybe a month ago, or maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago, where I was talking about how these safety deposit boxes, how the FBI raided these safety deposit boxes illegally and people lost custody of their items, right? So it's that kind of stuff. Like you may think is safe, or the law will prevent any foul play, but I mean, apparently not, right? Because that was a very hot story about how the FBI illegally raided these safety deposit boxes. Lastly, I'm going to tattoo it on my forehead just in case I forget. I mean, hey, you know, I'm going to be honest. I've thought about that before. Like, I wonder how many people, you know, have shaved a part of their head, tattooed their key, and like grown their hair back over the key. But I mean, the way Michael Saylor talks, it's like he's memorized his entire key, right? Because he always talks about, you know, all you have to do is, you know, memorize your key and, you know, da 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 da. So I wonder if Michael Saylor has actually memorized one of his keys to his crypto. Creole, feds can get warrants for PO and safe deposit boxes. Yeah, Creole, but I think even in that story that I'm talking about, and I think this happened in like Beverly Hills, like something crazy like that in California. They mentioned in the story that it was illegally done, right? So I don't know if they even had a warrant or what that situation was. And lastly here, and we're going to wrap it up. Akeem, you've successfully convinced me to get a Yubikey and a cold wallet, LOL. Thank you. Yes. Get you a Yubikey. Watch a couple of videos over these. You're going to want to get a couple of these so you have a backup one. Also, cold wallet. Everybody should have a cold wallet. Everybody, especially for your no-sell bags. Right? And we're talking about the crypto that you never plan to touch. It's your legacy money. It's your, you know, it's your shit hit the fan money. It's your emergent, whatever that is. You absolutely need to have that on a cold wallet, right? Where you have full custody over it. All right, y'all. Like I said, thank y'all for tuning in. Hit that thumbs up. I appreciate y'all rocking with us. Creole, like I said, is doing a deep dive into security. OS Crates, if you happen to watch this video, we'll want to connect with you because, of course, we know you have background in privacy and security as well. So don't sleep on your privacy. Don't sleep on your security. Do as much as you can to protect your wealth, okay? And with that, y'all hop in this Discord as per usual. Hit our solo.2 link. I will say this, y'all, don't sleep on this coin tracking. Don't sleep on this. You know, Creole and I, we have a bad habit of doing our taxes and business taxes at the very last minute and getting extensions. And what I will say is that coin tracking for taxes, I literally had to click 4 buttons and my crypto taxes were done. Right. And so that's going to be a lot easier for our crypto advisor, our tax advisor to handle those taxes, because it was literally a couple clicks. It gave PDFs of all the tax information that our advisor needed, and it was done, period. So don't sleep on that coin tracking. And of course, if you click on any of our referral links, not only do you support the channel and support what we're doing here, but you also get a reward as well. A lot of these are cash back. You get $25, $10, you get a discount, X, Y, and Z. So we appreciate that ahead of time. And we also have our UTG tip jar where you can directly donate crypto if you so choose. And that's it, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and close it out. Okay, Ish says here, Uncle Sam is going to knock at my door soon. Hey, trust me, I get it. It sucks to pay these taxes. You know, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but don't try to play this game with the IRS. You don't want that trouble. You don't want that smoke. Okay? So, yeah, go ahead, get your taxes right. Get a consultation with a tax advisor if you need to. Do what you need to do. You don't want that smoke, y'all. Thanks for stopping in, Akeem. Kuan, thank you for stopping by. Have a good night.